Hello everyone and welcome to the Modern Money channel. Every day in this channel I'll talk about stocks that have potential to move higher in the following days. So in order to get informed about the future list of stocks that may break out soon, please subscribe to my channel and destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithms. Well, as you may know, I usually go directly to this list of stocks, but I'm going to do something different compared to other YouTubers, compared to other channels. We are going to track all the stocks that we have talked about in this channel, and we are going to see how these stocks will perform over a long period of time. So I started this channel about 2 weeks ago, and I've already introduced more than 20 stocks so far. And for the stocks that have completed so far are these stocks: ATEN, MARA, FCell, eBay, and SWTX. And we have won 4 of those stocks and we have lost 1 of those. So I risk $1,000 per trade and I have a reward to risk ratio of more than 1. So if I lose a trade like SWTX, I just lost $1,000, but if I win, I'm going to make more than $1,000. For example, in the case of ATEN, my reward to risk ratio was 1.36 and I made $1,360. So far, the net profit for us was $4,620, and so far for the completed trades, the win rate is 80% and our average reward to risk ratio is 1.4, which is great. But I want to mention something that here, the win rate 80% is actually too high. So I expect this win rate to go down to around 65%. And we are still going to be profitable, but this is too high to be true in a long run. But in order to keep track of our performance in this channel, I'm going to keep track of every single stock that I mentioned to you during this video and every video in this channel. So let's move on to these stocks and see how they perform, and then I'm going to talk about the new stocks that I think have potential to move higher. Let's talk about them. The first one was ATEN. So we're in a 4-hour time frame, and if you remember in one of the videos, I mentioned that I see a reverse head and shoulder. This is left shoulder, right shoulder, and this is the head. And I actually missed this pattern, but I bought it at a retest on this bar, and I bought it at $10.36. Put my stop loss below this low, and I was looking at $11.50, which we made money actually today. The next stock in the list was MARA, and if you remember, I said I see 2 bull flag, and once we broke that, I bought it in this area and I put my stop loss below this swing low, and I was aiming for $28, but you can see now we're at $38, which is significantly higher. I was looking for a retest of this high, but we broke through that and we actually blow through that. It's like, I didn't expect that, but we left some money on the table. It's fine. We made money. I actually made $1,360 on this trade. I'm happy. Let's move on. The next winning trade was FCell. If you remember, like I discussed about this pennant, bullish pennant triangle here, bullish pennant. In here, once we broke that, I was like, hey, I'm in, and I'm gonna put my stop loss below this swing low, and I'm going to look for a 1.5 reward to risk ratio. We made that. We made money. The next winning trade was SWTX. Actually, this was a losing trade. So this is our losing trade. So this one was SWTX. This is the one that we lost $1,000 on. So for this trade, I saw this rising wedge which is a bearish pattern, and I saw this clear breakout, so I was like, hey, this is worth trading. So I entered here and I put my stop loss above this swing high, and we lost it. So I lost 1 R, and I risked $1,000 here, so I lost $1,000 in this trade. Not a big deal. We're not going to win every single trade. The next stock was eBay, and if we go to the daily chart, you can see I was talking about this bull flag, break of that, and then we actually, it's interesting, we actually made significant move on this, and it's amazing. I love that. It just touched our target, and it's rolling back a little bit. I still believe it's going to go higher, especially if once we fill this gap, it can still make another bull move and go higher. I'm still very bullish on eBay. Okay, so these were the 5 stocks that are completed. So I'm in the other stocks as well that we have talked about, and I'm gonna update all these during next videos. But for now, let's move on to the other stocks that I think still have potential to go higher. We have talked before about VLO, and I said, and I actually told you that I'm going to enter inside the rising triangle pattern. So I entered around this area, and I put my stop loss below this swing low, and I'm now looking for a retest of this high. But I think there is still potential. If you want to get in, you can get in at the retest of this structure, yeah, and put your stop loss like below this area. You will get probably 1.2, 1.3 reward to risk ratio, and I think it is still worth it. But I am in the money right now, and I entered at $57.76. The next stock that I think has potential is QS, and as you can see, QS was forming a bullish falling wedge, and we broke that, and I entered around here. I'm in a little bit of loss, but it's like negligible. I'm looking for a retest of this area. I think this is still a valid stock to go higher. We'll see. This is actually pretty clear in the 4-hour time frame, so I think this is still valid if you want to get in, but manage your risk, do your own diligence to analyze the market, but this is my opinion. The next stock is Amazon. If you go to daily, I've talked about this stock before as well. So I see a bullish pennant here. We broke that, and we're retesting the structure still. And I am in the market, and I put my stop loss below this area at $3,081.77. And I'm looking to cash out at around $3,662 with a reward to risk ratio of 1.56. The next stock is CHMA. I really like this stock. I talked about it when it was $4. You need to go to weekly chart for this guy, and I really like it. It was in a significant downtrend, consolidating for about 2 years now. Now I can see this beautiful pennant, and in a weekly chart, this one gonna take like probably 3-4 months to complete at least, but the pattern looks great. I put my stop loss below this swing low, and I'm looking for a retest of this high. The next stock that we have talked about it before, and I think it is still valid, is CRSR. Let's go to 4-hour time frame, and we actually broke this area, and we closed above it on a daily basis. So I'm bullish on this, and I put my stop loss inside the structure, and I'm looking for a reward to risk ratio of 1.3. Let's see how it displays, but I like the pattern, and I think it is bullish. The next stock, this is the next 2 stocks are actually new stocks that we're going to cover, and the first one is CRM. So if you look at the CRM, you can see that we were in a bull run for a relatively long period of time. we're in a bull run, then we corrected ourselves. Let's have a closer look at what happened. So we're in a bull run, we gapped up, and we filled the gap. So the gap is now filled, so it is time to go back higher. But on the way down, we gap down. The gap is now the second gap is now filled as well. But because the stock was in a bull run, I expect the market to move higher again. For that, I'm going to wait for a daily candle to close above this area, which is around $239 or $240. If the price closed on a daily basis above that, I'm going to put my stop loss below this area, which is at $212.75, and I'm going to go cash at around retest of this previous high at $282 mark with a reward to risk ratio of about 1.58. I think this one has potential, but first we need to see a break and close above this resistance. The next stock that we're going to cover today is SRNE, and if we go and check the hourly chart, you can see that there are two bullish pennants, one in purple and one in blue. I like the blue. I like the purple one. The blue one is okay, but I like the larger structures. I missed the breakout of this this structure, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to wait for a cheaper price, basically a false breakout for this blue pattern to occur, and I'm going to buy it around this structure. I'm going to buy that around $14.93 ish. I'm going to put my stop loss below this swing low at $12.97, and I'm going to look for $18.50-60 with a reward to risk ratio of 1.8. So I want a false breakout of this one, but I don't want this structure to be destroyed. So in the next trading session, I'm going to dip buy this stock. Okay, guys, this is all for today. As I mentioned, we're going to track every single stock that we're going to cover in this YouTube channel, and we'll see how we can make money together. If you have any stock of interest that you want me to analyze, please leave that in the comment section. I'll definitely cover that in the next video. Trade safe, manage your risk, and if you like the video, please subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next video.